Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've been doing great. Welcome back to a new video. So let's have a little chat with you guys. I want to have a quick chat with you guys about learning to enjoy the boring things in life, which paradoxically, if you do them for long enough and you get enough rewards for them, they become your new fun up until eventually they become so routine-like that they stop being fun and you have to learn all over again how to actually enjoy doing them and sticking to the things that you should be doing. The reason why I wanted to have a chat with you guys about this topic here today is because honestly, in my life, I saw the biggest amount of improvement, I saw the biggest amount of change, and actually an improvement in quality of life, not just other things, but most importantly in how I felt about myself and how I felt about my day-to-day life, how I felt about just waking up in the morning, really going to sleep preparing for a new day. I saw the most amount of improvement when I figured a way to enjoy doing the boring things, when I found enjoyment in doing the things that were less stimulating than other things compared to, I don't know, going out partying, taking drugs, drinking, smoking, hookups, and all of these things here. While they can be fun in moderation, certain things, while they can be fun in moderation and definitely they are stimulating, so what is stimulating is also fun in a sense. For the most part, I think it's very important that we get to look at the things that we enjoy doing less, which actually make our life much better, and we learn how to enjoy doing them more and more. The perfect example that I have with this is going to the gym. You know, going to the gym when you're first starting out is sometimes fun, sometimes not fun, but you find ways to make it enjoyable for yourself. For example, I remember at the start of this here in January, I was sort of not enjoying going to the gym anymore. I wasn't particularly enjoying training and all of these things here. And then I had to find a way to enjoy it again, to enjoy spending time in the gym. And you know what I did? I started putting Viking music, Viking war music specifically, in my headphones while I was at the gym to feel like some kind of soldier preparing for battle. Weirdly enough, that made it stupidly fun for me to train, and it actually put me back on the right track. Because you know, a lot of the things that will actually lead your life in the right way, they're not gonna be as stimulating as any other things, you know? Going to parties, drinking, and doing all of these other things here, on paper, they are fun. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you partying is not fun, blah blah blah. Like, dude, I've had a lot of fun partying and back in the days, even last year, even though, well, 2024, yeah. Even though I'm recording this on the 31st, but even I've had a lot of fun partying. I'm not gonna tell you that I haven't had fun partying. Fucking hell, I've had a lot of fun going on hookups. I've had plenty of fun taking drugs in the past. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I've never had fun doing them. I'm not gonna lie to you about it. But what I can tell you is, while it was fun in the moment doing those things there, eventually I noticed that it became a prison of my own making, because I was just sort of chasing the idea of fun, and that fun was not fun anymore. And that's when I started to focus on the boring things, on doing the things that, you know, at the time I would have probably rather been going out partying than going to sleep at 7 p.m. to wake up at 5 a.m. to go run. There could have been so many things that I would have preferred doing other than other things, but I started to find enjoyment in small ways, in very subtle ways in everything that I was doing. For example, when I was going to run in the morning, one of the most beautiful things and one of the things that made it really fun and enjoyable for me was that where I go run, it's basically like a whole course where I usually would run. It's like 10 or 15 kilometers, depending how long you do it. I would go run so early in the morning, which made it suck in a sense, running early in the morning. But the thing that made it fun for me was the fact that in the trail where I was running, in the area where I was running, the course I was running, I could see the sunrise from like start to finish, from when the sun would be up, because in that hour the sun would just boom, and it was beautiful to see, because you would see the open sea, like the cliffs, and you would see like a beautiful sky, the beautiful sun, and that made me really appreciate it, that made me really enjoy it, and I was really looking forward to, well, running in the morning. Now perhaps another example to you could be video editing. I dislike video editing. I'm not gonna say I hate it, but I don't particularly love it either. And the one way that I found myself to actually enjoy video editing more and more is that whenever I have a little bit of a few seconds break, because perhaps I'm waiting for the captions to be generated, or I'm exporting the video or something, I just get down on the floor and start doing push-ups, so that like my brain at least is like stimulated with some kind of chemicals like fucking endorphins and adrenaline in my brain. Otherwise, dude, I'd just be like I can't be sitting there like that long. And you know, there's plenty of other things that are relatively boring, but that lead your life in the right way. That could be just as simple as going on a walk with your dog, playing with your dog, reading a book about something that you enjoy learning about, or anything of that sort. The point that I want to make today, other than rambling on about how I made boring things fun for myself, is to at least inspire you, to give you the idea that you have to look for small ways to make something that you don't particularly like, that leads your life in the right direction, in a better direction. You have to find small ways to enjoy that thing that you don't particularly enjoy. Whether it is breaking up the few seconds of video editing with push-ups, whether it is running just to see the sunset, giving yourself an excuse to go outside early in the morning, or, well, actually early to bed as well. Whether it is having to put Nordic war music in your headphones while going to the gym in order to make it fun for you, in order to make it different. The point that I'm making with this video here is to simply say that, well, most often than not, while a lot of the very overstimulating things are obviously fun because they are made to be fun, they are made to be perceived as fun, they probably lead your life in a way that you do not want it to go. And in order for you to stick to the right path, to doing the right things that lead your life in the right direction, you have to learn how to enjoy the less stimulating things. You know what? I'll give you another very specific example of this. So, I don't always walk my dog. There's other people in the house that can walk the dog at times, depending on what time everyone works, what time someone's home, someone isn't. But it isn't particularly the thing that I enjoy doing the most, not because I don't love my dog, I fucking love my dog, but because it sort of breaks up my day, and I have to usually, if I'm home, no problem. If I have like the whole day at home, no problem. If I'm at work, if I have to go to work, or I'm like after work, I'm usually like a bit more thinking about this and that thing that I have to do. So instead, while my dog takes her time to go pee and poo and sniff and snuff on the left and the right, you know what I started doing to make myself enjoy walking the dog? And I actually spend probably 3 times the amount of time that it would just take me to walk the dog and just come back in. I pick up a stick and I start beating other sticks with this stick here, because there's very thin sticks that you can sort of like cut away with another stick, and I'm sort of like swinging at them, and I feel like some kind of swordsman, like, I don't know, it's fun. It makes it really fun for me. So yeah, I think learning to enjoy the boring things in life is probably the best piece of advice that I can give you, because the second that you find some kind of reward that you can give to yourself, some kind of way to make something not fun, that's when new doors in your life start to open up, because all of the things that you previously thought were like kind of a bummer, and you start putting them off, like kind of a bummer, I have to edit these videos here, kind of a bummer, I have to record these videos here, kind of a bummer, I have to go to the gym, I have to go run, I have to do this, I have to do that. If you find a way to make these things here fun, that's when you will start to see the most amount of improvement in your own life, because you're like, well, what can I do today to enjoy myself? Say that you just come back home from work, or you have a day off and you're like, what am I gonna do today? I want to sort of enjoy my day. Well, you might make yourself a cup of coffee and lay in bed for a bit and read a book. You might go and walk the dog and swing at some sticks. You might do some push-ups in your room while you're listening to a podcast or you're watching a movie. You might use the elliptical trainer while you're reading, while you're watching a podcast or doing anything of that sort. And I think often it comes with mixing two separate actions together, one fun thing and one thing that is not so fun. But yet again, I know I've been saying this often in my last few videos, but I don't have a magic pill for that. Because unfortunately, with a lot of self-improvement, the thing that a lot of people tend to get wrong, I think, is trying things out for yourself and understanding that there is no magic pill to actually do the things, because thinking about doing the thing isn't doing the thing. And for as much advice that I can give you, you will only start to see actual growth and progress in any given area when you actually start to do it for yourself, by yourself. So I can tell you all of the ways to make going to the gym fun. I can tell you all the ways to make running fun. I can tell you all the ways to make walking your dog very fun. I can tell you all the ways to make reading very fun. I can tell you all the ways to do so many things differently. But the problem is that I am telling you how to make things fun for myself. And whatever works for me might not exactly work for you. And the important thing that you must take away from many and most of my videos is that, sure, you can take inspiration from what I'm telling you. You can take inspiration to do things that better your life. You can take inspiration into the habits, the ways that I live my life, and all of these things here, the things that I do in my life. But at the end of the day, they are not some kind of secret formula that is going to fix your life, boom, like this. Because the things that I do, the way that I think, the way that I choose to look at things, all of these things here, they're tailor-made for me, because I'm doing them for myself. Monk mode, I am doing monk mode for myself. I go run for myself. I go walk the dog, well, also for the dog, but for myself as well. All of these advices, all of these insights, all of these videos here, I make them for myself. And the thing that I hope that you do is that you take inspiration from these videos here, that you don't try to copy blindly whatever I'm telling you and you go, he said that I should be doing this, he said that I should be breathing from my chest because blah blah blah, it's good. No, like, take inspiration from it, try it out for yourself, see how it can help you. Whatever advice I am giving you, whatever advice anyone gives you, see how it can help you. Actually try it out for yourself. Find your own balance with it, find your own way to make it work, find your own ways to make things fun for yourself. Because whatever I am telling you that might work for me might not work for you. So yeah, that aside, let's go back to the original topic of the video, shall we? I wouldn't even say that boring is the right word. I would just say less stimulating. When you find ways to make the less stimulating things, the more mundane things, fun, it is when you will actually start to see the most amount of progress in anything that you're doing. I don't particularly enjoy editing videos for a long time. I don't particularly enjoy editing more than 4 videos a day. It feels like a chore that I have to do, and I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I have to edit all of these. Yet, at the same time, if you find a way to do it, you will be able to do so much more work, so much more things done in probably even less amount of time than if you weren't enjoying it. And obviously, if I have to edit a video of 20 minutes, it can't take, less than 20 minutes, because pretty much you have to see the whole video. But yeah, with that said, I hope you found today's video helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand the message behind the message, which is to try things out for yourself and learn how to make things fun and why. I gave you some examples. I gave you some guidance. Take inspiration. Try it out for yourself in many different ways. And there's other links in the description if you want to follow me elsewhere. And I will see you tomorrow with a new video.